only show that's 3 dimensions away from Ghostbusters Frozen Empire being called Ghostbusters Sub-Zero. I'm your host 3D Jake, and today we're looking at Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, released in 2024. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire was directed by Gil Kinnan and is written by Gil Kinnan and Jason Reitman, son of legendary, the late great Ivan Walter Peck, and him and Bill Murray had it out in the first Ghostbusters movie, and so of course he's going to, be an asshole about it and everything, and you know he basically tells them, like, I'm going to shut you all down unless you venture, and so they do, because she's a minor while everybody else is 18, adult age. And so basically she ends up having to, like, because her feeling left out as a Ghostbuster, she ends up basically teaming up with Ray, who is a retired Ghostbuster now, and basically sitting, basically having to discover the mystery about the frozen ice ball that's basically going to create a new Sub-Zero for New York City. Now, I will say, when I saw the trailers, I thought the trailers were okay. Like I said, the first 10 seconds of the teaser trailer of, like, the summertime turning to ice, that was cool. And I kind of wish it would have stopped at that as a teaser. But instead it just showed the whole trailer. I kind of like, oh man, I kind of wish it would have stayed there. I am a big fan of Ghostbusters, and I feels it. Like, there's a scene in the movie when they're going on their second bust, and then he sees the car drive. Right, he's at the bookstore and he sees the car go by, and he just feels like a bit of sadness, and he's like he misses that, and I really felt that scene. I'm like, oh my god, this is what it is. Like, like he feels like, oh, we're done, while, Winston is, of course, he's a billionaire, and he has, like, a whole empire he built around ghostbusting now, and he's like, look, the Firehouse, he has a big division of Ghostbusters, so they're kind of international now. And originally his title was supposed to be called Ghostbusters International, but they just called it Ghostbusters Frozen Empire instead. And this time around he's got, like, a team, like a bunch of team and stuff like that. And I feel like that right there was cool, that he has a bigger corporation with ghost busting rather than just that. And, like, you always wonder what happened to the ghost once they get trapped. Well, it shows you, like, they say that, like, they want to be a couple, but it's, like, heavily hinted in the movie. And so basically, like, at one point in the movie, she, like, wants to get with her, and so she basically puts herself, like, I'm going to take my soul out of my body so I can spend time with you. And then, of course, it's just all, she works for, like, the head ghost, who is in the, like, the frozen, I think her name is Galam. The ghost's name is Galam, which is basically like an ice monster, which kind of reminds me of the Night King from Game of Thrones, where basically wants to freeze the whole entire New York City. And so, like, they want to freeze entire New York City and create a new ice age by wiping out all the humans. Like, at the beginning of the movie, like, they're just crazy how they freeze everyone in the 1920s, and then everybody just busts and everything like that in ice. And there was a scene in the trailer that really had me hyped whenever, like, the one girl, from the last movie, that was the love interest to Finn Wolfhard. She's in this movie again, which her and Daniel Kim are basically side characters. They really have nothing to do in the movie. They're just there to be in the, oh, hey, we're in the afterlife. Really cool, and I also, like, respect that, it's like, Ray just not ready to give up on busting yet, and he's still there, like, he's still at it, and I like how they team up at the end with the receptionist, and they're like, and how Bill Murray just shows up to help him out. Even though the Ghostbusters really serve no purpose, the old team, they don't really serve no purpose other than just to be there for, like, the final act, just like they were in Afterlife. And I kind of feel like they should have made them save the day rather than just being like, hey, we're here for cameos and then we're going to save the day. And okay, we don't really save the day, but, like, someone else does, like Emily Lynn's character does. So, and the Firestarters does. So we're just there because, it's Ghostbusters and we're the original team. Other than it, like, that, to me, it kind of irked me. Like, there's a few things that kind of irked me about this movie, and that was one of them. I do like how they go back to the library, and there's famous, like, the whole library and the cameo from the library, the owner, and everything like that. I also liked how, like, they're basically see the ghost from the library again, and the lion, I thought that was pretty cool.